Alright, so Noob Guide Part 2. I know I've been telling you guys that I was going to do this for a while. I've been pushing it back a lot, so I'm going to get over with now. So the last time I did a Noob Guide was like literally day 1 of MK11. Now, if I remember correctly, we're about 3 to 4 months in. I can't remember right now, but we're pretty deep in right now. Been sticking with Noob. Haven't really dropped them for anyone that much. I have been messing around with some other characters, but I haven't really like fully dropped them. So in this video, I'm going over his KBs, optimals, his better optimals mid-screen and corner, his down 4 game, his shimmies, and basically his male and female hitboxes against certain characters and like other characters in the cast. So the first one that I remember doing like at the beginning of like day 1, my first combo went sort of like this. And went sort of like that. That was the first one. That right there does about like 33%. Now the optimal that we do now. There we go. So you end it with that. Gives you about like 37%. Now, you can go different routes with this. With this one, and this can work off the back 1+3 starter or the 1-1-3 starter to get that optimal. Either or. You can't do it off the the standing 2-1-2 starter because obviously the gravity of the way he launches the opposing character, so it's not possible. The only optimal I can get off of this is something like this. That gives me about 32%. And if I want to do the +5 restand, just walk up, back 1+3, ghost ball. Gives you about 30%. So, same thing with this. I can do the restand, which gives me 36%, or you can do the shadow, and that gives you 37%. So now you guys are probably going to be asking yourselves, how do I do that combo? So I've been told that you can go off an audio cue or a visual cue. The way I do it is more of a visual cue. As soon as Noob Saibot does his the amp teleport, and as soon as I witness him put the sickle in his back, I do a slight micro dash forward into 1-1-3. Basically, after that, just instantly do back 1+3. Which sometimes, if you do it way too quick, you're going to get a whiff grab. Which I showed you guys earlier when I was trying not to drop it. But from time to time, you will get a whiff grab if you input it too late. And if you mess up the micro dash, you'll just completely whip the whole entire string. You can also do 1-1-3. And then that one does 38%. And then this one, I think this one does about 39. Yeah, about 39%. And those are the optimals off of back 1+3 and 1+3. Just however you want to end it. If you want to cash out, you do the teleport if you want to cash out. If you want the +5 restand, you do the spirit ball. And then from there, from the +5 restand, you can implement a couple mind games. If your opponent wants to try to press a button or try to jump out, you can definitely hit him with a back 2, because that's guaranteed. Down 4 is also guaranteed. And if you do a micro dash, back 1 is also guaranteed. So notice how if I don't get the micro dash, back 1 just misses, right? But if I do the micro dash, it should connect. And if they're trying to press, that's guaranteed. And then if your opponent tries to jump out, and you can get that. But in the corner, it works a lot better. So let me show you what happens if they try to jump out in the corner. You can actually get a conversion off of it. And then it's better, like, when you get certain combos like that, notice how my shadow whiffed. Sometimes you want to just do the up shadow, because the up shadow works a lot better. And it's a little quicker, too. So this. What's up, Brett? And then boom, up shadow. 32%. Easy. So the other optimal in the corner, you can get actually 2 1-1-3s. This gives you about, I think it's like 45%, I think, if I remember correctly. So it goes a little something like this. You're gonna input the micro dash also. Same thing how you do a mid-screen. You do this the little bit of a micro dash. Timing is a little strict on this one. There we go. 41%. I lied. It's 41%. Same thing with back 1+3. And that gives you 39, depending on the starter. I don't remember if I showed you guys like some of the more like simpler corner combos. So I do something like this sometimes. If you want like the shadow into the restand, that does about 39. With a tackle whiff. No, tackle works. 47%. Easy. Easy. And then this right here does about 39 also. So you have like different routes to do Noob's corner combos. But personally, you know, if I'm trying to cash out, I'll do this one right here. There we go. Yep. So you have different routes to do. So now off is down to crushing blow. The one I believe I remember if I showed you guys was this one. I think the one I remember showing you guys was something like this. It was about 45%. So this is the one I showed you guys. And then if you want the +5 resend, you can take this route also. Boom, 43%. Now, the one I discovered that's a little bit more tough is this one. But your best bet off this one is just getting back 1+3 into the ghost ball. Or this one. It's slightly tough. Into teleport. 462 right there. Of a down to crushing blow. Mainly what Gross showed me. I'm actually going to give full props to Gross on this one. Because he's the one that showed me this, a combo breaker. So, the frame data on down 4. Check it out real quick. Starts up on 9 frames. But the hand advantage is 19. So what Gross calls this is the automatic combo starter, which I kind of agree. So after a down 4 on hit, you're +19, meaning that you have 19 frames to do a move. If they try to do anything after within those 19 frames, they will get hit. So his standing 2 and his grab sort of look the same, and they hit at the moment they do. That's why Noob's 2-1-2 is considered an auto shimmy. So, when you do a down 4, what you can do is implement several mind games. You can do down 4 to 2-1-2. Because your opponent's going to think that you're going to go for a throw. And then when they try to tech, they're going to get hit. They're going to get clipped with the low. And they get auto shimmied. But if you notice that your opponent's starting to block the shimmy, just down 4, grab. We got to give it some time. Because obviously, can't grab immediately. And then, you know, obviously, if you have a crushing blow on deck, they have to be scared of that. Down 4 into back 2 is also good, but mind you, you do lose your turn on back 2 because back 2 is, I think it's like -5 or something like that. Yeah, it's -5. So -5, you do end up losing your turn, so you do have to be careful. And that, I mean, honestly, that's what mainly, I think Noob is like easily like top 5 when he comes in the corner. Like, if Noob has you in the corner, character's top 5. You either tech the throw, or if you don't take the throw, you explode and hold a 2-1-2 shimmy. And then, you know, just go for your combo, whatever you guys do in the corner. I mean, this is what I do in the corner. And then I do this. Into another one. Rinse and repeat. And then, now, you're probably going to ask yourself, what do I do after the restand in the corner? Well, restand in the corner, depending on who you're playing and their tendencies, you have several options, like I said. Back 2, which is guaranteed. Down 4, which is guaranteed after the restand. Micro dash back 1. Or if they're respecting everything, you can just walk up, grab. Yeah, the range is pretty good on his grab. You can do that. It's crushing blow or whatever. And then 2-1-2 shimmy. So it's all about conditioning your opponent at this point and making them fear like literally everything. And then easily Noob could be one of the like best characters in the game when it comes to the corner. That's why I continue to stick with Noob, because there have been times where in a game I have made people explode because they try to tech, and then you hold this, and then it's like, oh snap, teleport, rinse and repeat, back in the mix, and then you just go from there. So the optimals are a little bit easier on females, I will say. You don't really have to do a really like accurate micro dash, but it's still there. So for the purposes of going over the Hitboxes, I'm gonna use Cassie Cage, because Cassie Cage is like one of the worst ones that has issues with Noob when it comes to this game. So with the females, you kind of have to do the combos sort of different, because their Hitboxes are a little bit smaller. So for example, like this doesn't work on females. Like you actually have to be like super close to the corner in order for it to work on females. But on males, it works 100%. And mid screen don't matter. So for some reason, 422's in mid, right? But just completely whiffs on Cassie Cage. I don't know why. You know, again, it's just their Hitboxes being shrunk. But for some reason, it just whiffs. And then you have to commit to the full string, and then you potentially lose your turn because their forward 4 is like really good against Noob. So you know, I tend to not try to use this against Cassie Cage. A lot of people do believe that the Cassie Cage versus Noob matchup is really bad. I think it's 6-4 Cassie Cage, but I personally believe you just have to like play the matchup very aggressive, which is kind of scary, but honestly, that's how I play the matchup, and I do okay. Like, it's not a mollywop, but it's okay. But yeah, I don't like this at all. But I tend to just not try to use that. So instead, I just like back 1 stagger, and then just back up, or like down 3, down 1. Just depends on what it is. Honestly, that's about it with the part 2 guide of Noob. I know a lot of you guys were asking for it, so that's literally it. I went over the optimals, mid screen, corner, KB optimals, down 4 shimmy game, and the male and female Hitboxes when it comes to doing the 1-1-3 back 1+3 combo. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys.